What up, guys? Kevin here with a very rare movie review. Now, I wouldn't mind doing more. This gets any views. We'll see. Now, I'm only reviewing a movie because I watched a movie because I ain't playing any games until Starfield comes out. So tonight, I got some Jack in the Box tacos and watched Uncharted. Uncharted, the games, I love the games. Love the games. But the movie, will I love it? And I have not heard, I've heard okay things. I've heard some people say, eh. But it's all about what I think. And what I think is, oh boy, uh-oh, uh-oh. I really like this movie. I really like this movie. I really enjoyed it. Now, I am somebody that can just relax. I get it. This is based off a video game, but I'm not Mr. Hashtag, not my Nathan, not my Sully, not my Chloe. Well, this game, this Chloe is my Chloe. Same with a video game, but whoever plays Chloe, marry me, please, please. No, she's hot. But it was a fun little romp. Acting was atrocious. The acting was bad. I mean, when you got someone starring Mark Wahlberg in your movie, acting's going to be a little sus. Though I think he did all right. Mark Wahlberg is Mark Wahlberg. He's like The Rock. He's Mark Wahlberg. I like the guy. He doesn't age. He doesn't age at all. Still waiting for Ted 3. He plays Sully. But, I mean, skip with Nathan. Nathan Drake, played by Tom Holland, who, he's a likable cat. He's likable. I get it. He's likable. I don't think he's a draw for me. I'm not a little girl. I don't know who wants to run out and see that guy. But when he's on the screen, I go, yeah, he's a likable kid. However, when I was watching the movie, I'm like, if they ever make a real-life Simpsons movie, and probably, 30, 40 years from now, he would be perfect for Mr. Burns. Tom Holland is Mr. Burns in the real-life action Simpsons movie, if they ever do it. But back to the movie. Let's get back to the movie. Uncharted, it's really good. It was really interesting how they took stuff from a lot of games, a lot of stuff from Uncharted 4, and they kind of redid it. They reworked things around. There is the scene where Sully's going to take the cross and Nathan is going to go cut the electricity. And that's what happens in the game. But things are a little bit different. A little bit different. They play out a little bit differently in the movie. I like what they did with Sam. Sam is Nathan's brother, and I actually appreciate the movie version of the lore around his brother than the video game. The video game is just like, oh yeah, he has a brother. It's game 4. I guess here, since it's just Uncharted, I guess 1 you would call it for the movie. The backstory is, kind of the same. Sam kind of goes off while they're in an orphanage. They get busted and Sam gets kicked out. And Sully comes into Nathan's life later on, current day, and basically gets him to do this job because he worked with Sam. Said, hey, I can get you to Sam, or if you help me out here, help me out get this gold. And Nathan's like, all right, I'm in. And Nathan Drake he's a little bit more just good-hearted nature in the movie than he is in the game. Just, he lives in the perfect world. Everyone is trusting and love each other and won't backstab each other. But that's what the movie is. It's a very interesting relationship between Nathan and Sully and everybody. But, this is when they first met. We know they first met in the video game much earlier on, but this is when Nathan's about all grown up. He's working in a bar. I still don't know what his age is here. He's working in a bar, but he looks 14. But Tom Holland just forever looks 14. But yeah, and then they just go on a fun adventure. It's just one of these fun adventure movies, which, I mean, to me, you just can't do worse than an 8 out of 10. You just can't. I love these movies. I just love them, even if they're awful. Even like the last Tomb Raider movie, not with Angelina Jolie, with whoever. I enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise. It's just, these are my type of movies. But yeah, Chloe's hot. Antonio Banderas plays Antonio Banderas. We got this black girl named Joe. I don't know if she's supposed to be Nadine, but her name is Joe. And that brings me to maybe my biggest issue in the movie is these like 90 pounds soaking wet, her and Nathan Drake. I'm sorry, and they did the best they could to make Tom Holland look big. Like Nathan in the video game, he seems like a 6'2" guy and muscular and can hold his own. But like when him and this girl Joe are fighting, I'm just like, come on, they're like 90 pounds soaking wet. You can just go up and bear hug them and throw them across the room and end their life. But I don't know. And there's a scene that Joe, she has this like knife and she just goes around and slits people's necks, and that happens in the movie, and it's so silly. It looks so silly, and just like there wasn't any force. It just went up and went, and that was it for that person's life. And it just looks so, just bad acting. Again, bad acting. The acting's bad, but again, I don't fault it for it. I'm not watching an Academy Award winning movie, and I don't want to. I went in wanting Uncharted, and I got the movie version of Uncharted. I'm not here to go, well, in the game they did this, but here and they did that, and these are not alike. Who cares? I had fun. Oh, speaking of Nathan Drake, there is an appearance from the actual Nathan Drake, or the voice actor Nolan North, the voice of Deadpool in the video game. And I felt bad for him, because I bet you a lot of people saw this movie, never played the games, and I just know he had been in the movie theater, and he go, oh, this is me. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, it's him. And I bet you in the movie theater nobody said that. Nobody recognized who it was. There's probably like one person like, that's the actual Nathan Drake. Like, I was already cringing for him. Like, I put myself in his shoes going into like a premiere movie with an actual audience and seeing his scene. Like, his scene was made to be like, oh my god, it's him. But I can just feel the audience just going completely over their head of who that is. But I did. I'm like, oh my god, it's Nolan North. It's the voice of Ghost. The mustache, it's there at the very, very, very end, which they set it up for a second movie. Elena's not in this movie, so hopefully Elena shows up in Uncharted 2. They did make it seem like Chloe and Nathan, or that's it, that's the couple. But then they do that in the video games as well. But Chloe's hot. Other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I'm giving it a Acting was bad. There, the ending sequence is just two helicopters lifting like two different pirate ships, and I'm just like, I'm no aviation scientist, but I don't think that could work. I don't think that the weight of that helicopter or the pirate ship would probably bring down the helicopter. But again, I am not Neil deGrasse Tyson watching a sci-fi movie, picking apart everything. It's a popcorn flick. Instead of popcorn, I eat Jack in the Box tacos, and I enjoyed it. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Can't wait for the sequel. May even see it in theaters, but I am not a movie guy. If you want me to become a movie guy, watch this. Just watch it. It gets views. That would convince me to watch more movies, which is tough for me to do. I love playing video games instead. I need to do something. Just sitting there staring at a screen is very, very hard for me to do. But, that's a sign of a pretty good movie, because Uncharted made me do that. Made me just sit there. Like, I paused it. I'm going to go to the other room for just a second. I paused the movie. I pause the movie. That's a sign of a good flick. All right, I got to go. 9 out of 10, Uncharted. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.